presentation that I made 26th of April at the request of UMTA at the public rally held in Colombo. This is the result of many years of research in education. No, just about a few days research. So I stand to be corrected on many things. Even this morning I was speaking with somebody, and FUTA is actually so dependent on my research. I actually have a lot of concerns. As you know, my area is not economics or education. I was forced into this, but I mean, if it is useful, it is good. I mean, I'm happy to have a discourse because I have never presented this other than at a public rally where everybody was willing to accept anything anybody said. But so I really look for engagement at the end if you have time. What I do is in order to get through all of this so that I can sit down after that, I'll go through this unless you want to sort of violently object or correct me on something. So this is the exact presentation I made. So that's why I kept the date also. It's just presenting again. I will raise a few concerns as I go along, right? And maybe we can also discuss some of those things at the end. So basically my presentation is the focusing needing adjustment. Is there a threat to higher education? Is there a threat to state universities? And is there a threat to the academic profession? Right? So these are the three areas I thought of looking at. And is there a threat to higher education? And under this topic, basically I looked at expenditure, right? As we know, whatever government says in its manifestos, any government, finally the proof of the pudding is in the eating, right? Unless money doesn't follow, whatever is that in any statement, it does not come to pass, right? So now there are many indicators that one can use to measure the inputs to education, right? And there are measures for outputs, right? And I have used, with the limited information I have at the time, a few input measures and just one output measure I could find, right? Probably experts would find many more other things, right? Now one input is the education expenditure as a percentage of GDP, right? Now education expenditure here is government expenditure, right? GDP, as you know, is basically the sort of the economic activity in a country, right? And the government says 8% is our target for growth in these years, right? So that is supposed to be growing at 7%, 8%, etc. Now, generally GDP, education as a percentage of GDP is considered as an indicator of how much reinvestment is made in the education sector. Okay? How much reinvestment is made in the education sector. Education, as we know, is a long-term investment, right? And very often governments prefer short-term investment.